All right, welcome. My name's Randy, and I am a member of multiple 12-step programs. And one of the things that I've noticed over the years that I hear repeatedly is people suggesting that they don't know how to meditate, or they don't believe they can meditate, or their mind won't slow down, or they can't do it right, or they've tried it but it's too frustrating and they can't sit still, or whatever it might be. And what a few friends decided, we were recommended to maybe create some meditations that we could share with each other in recovery, and that would include the 12 steps, but would be meditations that anybody could enjoy. And so in that process, we came together and we decided to create these 12 meditation videos that you can use. It's available to you. And we'll give you resources of where you can connect and be able to hook up with us. We don't have those quite yet, but we will. And so this is a gift that we wanted to give to anybody in recovery that would like to be able to have a focused meditation that has its roots in the 12 steps in recovery, in this process of amazing way of living life that's been given to us and that we want to share. So these are meditation tapes. They go through the steps, and they don't need to be taken in any order particularly. But as with the other steps, it's usually helpful if you go through the process of starting with one and then traveling through and finishing it up with 12. You can do them once a month, whatever. You get to choose what you want. We just made them as a gift and wanted to be able to share them. And so we had a good time making them, and I hope you find some value in them. And if you don't, that's okay too. But we had a good time making them. And so 12 steps for recovery, folks. Again, my name's Randy, and I've been to a lot of recovery programs and 12-step programs, not recovery programs, but 12-step programs. But it all comes back to one thing. We need to find a way to get to this resource that's beyond our understanding, whether it's a higher power, whether it's God, whether it's something else. And this is a path. This is not the only path. This is a path that I found to be extremely valuable. And so with that, I'll just leave it and say thank you, and hope you are able to find some value in what we've been offering to you today and the last few days. Thank you. Good. All right, here we are again. So we're going to do another meditation today, and so I'm going to kind of go back through the basics of meditation and the purpose of meditation. And it's basically a very effortless process. And if it's not effortless, then it's not the meditation that I'm wanting to share with you. So if you'd just go ahead and begin by the process of just closing your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just notice that thoughts come to you. When you close your eyes, you just notice the thoughts effortlessly come to you. You don't strain, you don't force, you just allow thoughts to come. And go ahead and open your eyes again and just be aware of how easy that was. You weren't straining, you weren't trying to focus on something, you weren't supposed to clear your mind, you weren't doing anything other than noticing and just being aware and relaxing. So we're going to add the breath to that. So go ahead and close your eyes again. And just notice how easy it is for those thoughts to come. You don't have to hang on to them. You don't need to wrestle with them. You don't need to stop them or start them or judge them or evaluate them. you just notice how easy and effortless it can be. So when you focus your attention on your nostrils, when I suggest that to you, I encourage you just to keep it as effortless as it is for a thought to come. Your mind doesn't need to stretch or strain any more than you did when you closed your eyes and you noticed thoughts. So with that idea in mind, we're going to go ahead and begin the process by easily and effortlessly taking a nice full breath in, so that you're really noticing you're opening yourself up. And as you exhale, letting yourself exhale fully and completely. So you maximize the stress benefit or the stress reduction benefit of the exhale. Relaxation comes with exhale. Rejuvenation or invigoration comes with the inhale. So with that in mind, just easily go ahead and close your eyes. Noticing how easy the thoughts come. And just effortlessly shift your attention from the thoughts that are coming to your nostrils. And as you breathe into the nostrils, just be aware of the breath coming in, noticing it in your throat, down into the upper parts of the lungs, expanding the rib cage, down into the abdominal region. So it looks like you have a little balloon in your tummy that allows it to stick out a little. You know, the opposite of how we're conditioned to be. This is how babies are. Babies breathe into their tummies. So we're wanting that innocence, that effortlessness that an infant has, just breathing, letting itself fill up the chest and the tummy. With every inhale, nice and full, with the awareness that the enhancement of the oxygen intake helps with the rejuvenation. All the supplies, minerals, nutrients travel through the oxygen molecules. So we're consciously offering more supplies to the body that it needs to stay healthy and to rejuvenate. And as you exhale, you're getting rid of toxins and gases and poisons that are stress related, so that the body gets relief from reducing the stress in the body through the exhale. So this is a very simple act of breathing in through the nostrils, throat, upper chest, expanding the rib cage, down into the abdominal region. Just a very gentle process, but with that subtle intention that you're conscious that your body is appreciating this time and this gift that you're offering. Allowing the body to just go into a state of relaxation, because all that's being taken care of. There's no place you have to be, nothing you have to do. Just be in a place where your body can relax, where you can breathe comfortably. It helps usually to sit up straight. It's just if you bend over, then it's a little harder to breathe if you're hunched over. So if you can have a straight back, have a chair that allows that, helps that, or if you're sitting on the floor. But just be conscious of that, because it will make it a little easier to take these full breaths. And in this meditation, we're going to also just put some attention on this idea of prayer. So you're breathing, allowing the body to relax, rejuvenate. And when you're noticing your thoughts, maybe there'll be something that you might be stressing about a little, or a friend, or a relative, or yourself. That's in a place where it would be nice to give them a little support, or give a little support to yourself. So that can come in the form of a prayer where you're asking for something. It doesn't have to be to God, it could just be asking the universe. Acknowledging the fact that maybe during this meditation, that it would be okay to ask for love, kindness, generosity that could go to others. Doing a prayer for others. Or for yourself, or both. But this is the mind that's asking for something. And then as we just let the mind and the body get quiet, we create the receptor for being able to receive a response from this prayer. Subtly, energetically, dramatically. We don't know for sure what's going to happen, if anything at all. But we ask and then let go. So if this idea of letting go is a foreign subject for you, try this little exercise where you take a nice full breath in. And just hold it. And as you're holding it, if you still are, just notice that maybe there's a signal going on that says, you need to let go of this breath so we can get another one. Same thing's true for every moment in life. It's important to let go of the one we're in so that the next one can come along. Same is true with the breath. So if you're wondering how to let go, take a full breath. Hold as long as you can. Excuse me. Hold it as long as you can. And you'll get to practice letting go. This may seem simplistic. Another way to think about it is allowing the body just to relax. When you're holding on to something, usually you see effort involved. Varying degrees of effort and tension. However, when you relax, it seems to be able to leave whatever it is you're holding on to with that relaxation. It's hard to let the body relax and hold on. You can do it, but you don't have to. Just notice that. breathing and letting go. If you want to do a little counting to give your mind something to do, and you can just take a breath into the count of 6. So you really notice this fullness. And then as you exhale, counting to 8. And you may notice there's just a little effort in that squeezing of the diaphragm at the end to get that full 8 out. So some people find this uncomfortable. So a simple other way to do it would just be to count to 5 on the inhale and the exhale. And just notice if that's a little easier. And if that's the case, just do that. Breathe in for 5 and out for 5. And this is all through the nostrils, down the throat, opening up the chest cavity, abdominal region. So many people can have some sense of how to offer or ask for a prayer, ask for something for others or themselves. To the universe, we're just in mindset of being open and asking for help. And then being open to how that might come to you, because it may not be in the form you're expecting or wanting. But to recognize if you're going to ask for something, then you have to be open to receive what's given. And it's hard to receive if you can't get quiet, to hear that quiet voice or suggestion, or to have that subtle noticing of something that's happening around you. So, requesting and being open to receive comes with relaxation. And meditation is the easiest way I know to relax. So as you continue to breathe, maybe you count, maybe you don't, just notice your right foot. Again, with that same kind of effortlessness that you had in the very beginning when you noticed thoughts. And how easy it was for a thought to come into the mind. So when you notice your foot, just have that same kind of lightness, noticing. Oh, yeah, there's my foot. And into the calf and the knee and up the thigh and the right leg. Pelvic area, buttocks, the hip, that whole right leg. And then to your left foot and left calf, the knee, the thigh, the hip. Just be aware of the whole right leg and left leg. And then into your pelvic area, buttocks, your hips. Just notice that area of the body. And noticing then the base of the spine. Traveling up the spine. Up the back, shoulders, base of the skull. And then around to your tummy, abdominal region. Breathing into that area as you open up. Lower back. If you should find any tension or stress anywhere, you can continue just to kind of put your attention there. Give it a little more love and attention. If there's distress, it's usually sending a signal to the brain that something's happening here that we'd like attention for. And so if you can give it attention without wanting it to go away, but to embrace it, your body likes to be treated well. Like most other creatures on the planet, or most any living thing on the planet. So up into your chest, opening your heart, being aware that as you breathe into the chest cavity, you might be aware of what's happening in the chest. Maybe there's some heartache. Maybe there's some joy, an abundance of love. Whatever it is, just notice it. And up the back to the shoulders. Once again, noticing if you're carrying a burden on your shoulders. Weights, fears, responsibilities. Just imagine, if you can, that they can take a shape or a form so that you could set it off to the side just for a little while. Doesn't mean you can't pick it up. It just means that you can take a break. When we have these mental, emotional burdens that we carry, then it strains the body in ways that we don't even understand. So if you can imagine setting them aside, your body appreciates it. You may notice more lightness in your body. And then down your arms to your fingertips. Up into your neck and throat. And around to the back of your skull, following that scalp up over around the ears to the forehead. Just notice it. Into the face, the jaws. The cheeks, the nose, ears, eyes and eyelids. Forehead. Just be aware of your whole body. And as you have this awareness, just let awareness expand. 12 inches above your head, to the side, back, front. So you're just opening this space up around you and noticing your mind can fill it. Your consciousness can fill it. And you realize that your mind is bigger than your body. So just very easily be aware of your surroundings, any sounds, sensations. Noticing the weight and maybe heaviness of the body and relaxation, or maybe it's light like a feather. So when I count to 3, you can open your eyes, your mind will be alert. Your body will be more relaxed. And you will be ready for the next activity of the day, whatever that may be. And when you do open your eyes, just look around yourself, noticing the space that you're in, noticing if it looks any different or you experience it any differently than when you closed your eyes the first time. 1, 2, and 3. Just be relaxed and natural. Give yourself a little time to go into any actions that you need to take so that you move into it in a smooth way and don't force yourself to jump up and run off. You've allowed your nervous system to relax. So let it gradually, just like getting up in the morning, if you can do it gradually, it's less stress on the body. If you jump right up, startled, then it's more stress on the body. So just notice.